All right, so I'm going to do this example by clearing the denominator again. What you might notice in this problem, I do only have two denominators visible, but if you want to think about this 10 as being 10 over 1, so that way we have three denominators again, that works for me. So what we're trying to do is we're looking at those three denominators, the 4, the 1, and the 3, and we're trying to figure out what is the LCM of those three numbers. 4, 1, and 3, if you think about it, 1 goes into everything. Least common multiple of 3 and 4 would be 12. So what I want to do is go into my equation and multiply both sides by 12. Since I'm doing it to both sides, the equation would still be equal. On this left side, I need to distribute. And I have, if you want to make these 12s over 1 as well, that works. 12 over 1. That's fine. So I like to cross simplify. So when I see this 12 and the 4 across from each other, I would simplify those, divide them by 4, and I would get 3's there, or 3 and a 1. So that would just be 3 times 3 over 1 times 1, which is 9x. And then that cross simplifying only works for that first distributing part. I can't do it for the second part of the problem too. So now when I go to distribute the 12 over 1 to this negative 10 over 1, that's just like 12 times negative 10, since they're both over 1. It's just multiplying two whole numbers. That would be negative 120. And on the right side here, 1/3 of x times 12. When I multiply those, 1/3 of 12 is just 4, and the x stays, so that's 4x. Now the equation should look a lot easier to work with. I went from having fractions to now I don't have any fractions. What I'm going to do is add 120 on both sides. That will cancel. And I'll have 9x is equal to 4x plus 120. Now I can subtract 4x on both sides. That will cancel. I'll have 5x equals 120. Now that's much nicer because I just went from having a variable on both sides of the equation to now my variable is only on the left side. I'm not done yet. I just have to divide both sides by 5. And 120 divided by 5 would be 24.